Hello, Internet, and welcome to Neon Souls. Thanks for joining us this lovely Wednesday afternoon. We're here to play some more Star Wars 5th Edition. We're going to be jumping right back in where we left off last week with our full cast here today. Our missing player has gotten very little information on what happened last session, so it'll be a fun recap. Before we get started, I'll talk about what we've got going on the Ding Dang channel over the next few days when you can see us live for other shows. I think our next live stream is going to be on Saturday morning, hopefully, returning with the Queer Chronicles of the Strixhaven Quartet. We're doing some Candlekeep mysteries. We are wandering through the desert with a camel that has a name. And we are doing some fun high level adventures there. I'll let Van talk more about that since he runs that.
Horse with no name joke.
Yes, it was.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it just came to me in the moment. Thank you. I haven't thought about that song and I don't know.
No one has.
When would I have thought about that?
Never. This is the first time.
Definitely a good joke for the average Twitch age of the average Twitch viewer.
You're going to say the average 20-something.
Yeah.
We are all definitely 20-something.
Yeah, we're
I sure am.
Yeah.
The oldest one here, I think.
I'm pretty dang old, and I don't think I can hide it. I keep the lighting over here so y'all can't see how much gray there is.
Despite our rapidly decaying forms, we're here to play some games, though. But yeah, join us for that on Saturday at 8. What time? 10 o'clock Eastern time?
No, 11.
11 o'clock Eastern. God damn it! I almost said 8 o'clock. That is 11 a.m. Eastern time. You can join us for that, and then Blades in the Dark that afternoon, which I run. I run in addition to this and other games on this channel. Boy, I am all over the place. I'm gonna shut up and recenter myself, and let my lovely players here introduce themselves, talk about who they are, what they do on and off this channel, and who they are playing tonight. Starting, I believe, with Van.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me. Hi, I'm Van. You can find me on the internets at Van But Wilder. I'm usually just hanging out in the Discord, streaming on Twitch several times a week. Sunday nights. Stop that. Hey. Sunday nights. There's a cat in here. On twitch.tv/LB, not LB Hack 'em Up. It's Hack Recklessly now. I haven't said that in a while. Hack Recklessly, playing Dungeons and Dragons, playing in several games here on GGK, and then running D&D, as Val said, on Saturday mornings. But today, I am playing Shiiro, who is a Nautilin operative, and has no fucking idea what's going on.
I don't remember the order.
It's Rachel,
so lost.
sorry.
It's Rachel.
I should have handed it off.
It's fine. We played 1 week. We did our session,
Yes.
our first session, and then I ran the last one, so it was all over the place in both quality and direction.
Did you guys miss me?
Yeah.
Always.
Take it away, Rachel.
Okay, hi. I'm Rachel. Rachel is Beth. Rachel is must with a Z in the middle instead of an S. I am on Hack Recklessly on Sundays with Val and Van playing some D&D 5e, some fun high-level shit where the gods are incredibly involved, like Greek and Roman style in mortal affairs. And I'm here every other Wednesday, and I am also here on Saturday mornings for more Dungeons and Dragons. And today I am playing Nerin, the Night Sister Order monk. Got it.
You did it. Me now. It is my time. I am me my now. I ate not long before this stream, y'all. I'm kind of sleepy. Hi, Internet. Hi, Mom. I'm the Sita. You can find me here every Monday playing Red Jenny with these awesome folk. Check it out this week as I am wrapping up the third part of my one shot. We'll talk
Welcome to
about
running
that.
one shots for this channel.
I'm sorry.
but
Did it get derailed by your players?
you know what? No, honestly,
Okay.
the players were great.
Van knows nothing about that.
It's been a long time since I've DM'd. I didn't plan out the size of that adventure very well, but anyway, it's good. Come check it out. It's going to be a blast. They're about to steal a very cool MacGuffin from a very not cool guy.
I think I
and
was
then,
the
of course,
last
you
one to
can.
successfully run a one shot in one session on this channel, and that's been quite a long time ago.
When you run a lot too, so you've got that.
Yeah.
You and Val run a lot. But you can also check me out here playing this game every other week with these awesome folks. And I regularly lurk around in the chat on Saturdays, checking out those awesome games. So that's the best way to get a hold of me. If you want to send me a message, get a hold of me at Mr. Wildt. That's MR_WYLDT at most places on the internet. But really just hit me up in the chat or the Discord on GGK. Tonight, I will be playing X008, also known as Splat, the pink gelatinous shape-shifting creature, a psionic psychic creature, who is a scholar and a consular.
And that's me. I was having to go back through my memory catalogs to remember when was the last time we ran a one-shot on this channel. Because I think the last one I ran was for Strixhaven. The house party one-shot.
Yeah, because I got to play Professor Scrimmage.
Yeah.
A real treat. Find it on the YouTube.
It's there.
Because it's
That
a
was-
real
that
fucking
was
treat.
really fun.
It was something.
Van has to do the Scrimmit voice the whole time.
I think I was thinking of the vampires and the Door of Death,
Oh, that's also a real gem.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen that internet,
who was
I
just
don't
a
know.
we
random
should
NPC.
so do that again.
That was really fun.
But hi everyone, I'm Val. You can find me at the Kraken's Crown, lurking around the internet. I am mostly here though, playing and running games. You can find me running a few games on this channel, other than this one that you're watching right now, and then on Saturdays for the aforementioned Blades in the Dark game called Hearts of Stone at 5 o'clock Eastern Time. I also normally run Red Jenny on Mondays once we get back from our one shot. I'll be running that game. There's no shade there. I'm absolutely loving that y'all are getting to play in this, and it's been a nice break. So, but I'm super looking forward to getting back into that game. The rest of, I'm also over on Hack Recklessly on Sundays, doing D&D there too. That's it for me. Are y'all ready to get started? Alrighty. Previously on Hearts of Stone, on Neon Souls. Jesus, I'm all over the place.
Where are we?
Where are we?
I don't know
Where
how to play
are
those
we
characters.
indeed?
Showed up
In
for the wrong
fact,
stream.
We
Sorry.
are.
What day is it?
In fact, we are on GTF 0 station, where we left off in our session 1. Last week, the players, our lovely crew of miscreants, scoundrels, and weird alien monsters, got their first glimpse. Splat got their first glimpse at GTF 0 station, a haven for criminals and outcasts of all kind in a lawless sector of the galaxy. You had returned to the station with your crates of Vibe that you had successfully stolen in our first session. We're looking to get paid for this job. Shiiro was a bit busy, either sulking from the goings-on in the over the weeks of travel, this new third wheel that y'all have on your ship.
Shiiro does not sulk.
Shiiro
He might pout
flowers,
a little bit,
pouts.
but he doesn't
Okay.
sulk.
Okay. Shiro stayed on the ship to handle refitting for the Velvet Luster. We did a little bit of bookkeeping at the beginning to pay for y'all's fuel and repairs and all that good stuff. But Nerin and Splat went off into the station, Splat getting to see the strange sights, sounds, and smells of GTF Zero, a decommissioned celestial mining vessel. You went across the district to the Vortex Lounge at the behest of a android named L9, who is the personal assistant droid for Taro Tar, your employer. You arrived at the Vortex Lounge, a kind of strip club slash bar slash social club for illicit activities of all kinds. While you had arrived at the bar with L9, before you were able to meet with Taro Tar, you ran into a familiar face, maybe not exactly friendly. A mercenary by the name of Shaw and his group of belt runners.
I was accosted.
Yeah, you were accosted in the bar. You flipped one of his, the one that grabbed your shoulder, and Shaw confronted you, essentially that you and Shiro owed him a great deal of money from a job that you had pulled off together, and then absconded with the goods, leaving him high and dry. He demanded you pay him his sum of 10,000 credits. And not having that money on you and not wanting to pay him in the first place, you told him to fuck off. L9 kind of backing you up. Shaw decided to leave with his crew. You met Mr. Taro Tar, a your squid-headed large employer, this kind of fixer type, who congratulated you on your job well done, that he would have L9 arrange the transport of the Vibe that you were keeping in your cargo hold. He went ahead and paid you 2,500, half your bounty up front. Told you to enjoy yourselves on station while he was arranging for the rest, but also offered you another job. Mentioned that, showed you the recent news broadcast that you'd seen a couple of times now, of the malfunctioning Ida's cruise liner. He said that his contacts had informed him that cruise liner had not been recovered yet. In fact, very few people seem to even know its coordinates or its location, and that it might be ripe for the picking, drifting somewhere out there amongst the stars, for an enterprising crew such as yourselves to learn its location, so that he can arrange salvage and make a hefty sum off of those high-tech IDIS technologies. To sweeten the deal, he said that the job would pay 200,000 credits straight to your pockets if you were to accept it. Nerin wanted to think it over a bit, talk it over with Shiro, and said that they would ask if you could go back to Taro Tar. He agreed, and you head out for a night on the town. Splat and Nerin enjoying the many social adventures of GTF Zero Station, getting some street food, going to a ramen shop. You went to the Stardust Saloon, a bar with a large mechanical bull, in the most literal sense, that you attempted to earn some money riding. Unfortunately, you failed, but you had a good time doing so. The night eventually wound back up at the Vortex Lounge, where Splat wanted to get their second drink of the night that Nerin was allowing, and also enjoy strip club. When you arrived, however, you were confronted by Shaw and his gang again, who burst in the door, demanded their money, and promptly attacked you.
God, take a fucking hint, dude.
L9
Take the L and go, sir.
L9 backed you up as the patrons of the Vortex Lounge fled en masse. You fought against this gang brutally, suffering a lot of injury in the process, and really violently taking out this gang as well. Splat using psionic powers to rip people in half. Nerin chasing down Shaw with her skills with her blade. L9 assisting and taking out a few of the gang members herself. And finally, Nerin landed the killing blow against Shaw, cutting him nearly in half and ending the fight. And that's where we come back to our session here today. The bar has emptied out. You and the two of you and L9, the only living entities in this main floor area. The dancers have fled as well into the back rooms. It's just pure carnage, bloodshed, and destruction all around you. And at that point, the front doors of the bar open, and looking a bit out of breath, jogging inside, I imagine like gun drawn, is Shiiro.
The whole combat, we were just imagining like, because like right as it started, Nerin like sent off like a hey, whoops.
Yeah,
so we're just like Shiro's been in an Uber.
You've been in a cab for most of it,
here.
trying to get over here as quickly as possible. Just come running in the front door to see.
Also, my vibro sword is my best weapon, so I would have that out and stuff.
Oh, okay. You have your vibro sword drawn.
Vibro rapier, which is just a crazy word to say.
Yeah. But yeah, you burst in the front doors as you just saw like people fleeing out the front, kind of pushing through the crowds, enter the room and see Nerin standing over who you kind of recognize, Shaw's dead body, and Splat is, I think, sitting at the bar in kind of the far side of the room, legs kicked up on the one surviving member of Shaw's crew, who's just kind of like kneeling on the ground, terrified. And then L9 kind of, you see her cyborg body or cybernetic body kind of repairing itself to the best of its ability, as she is kind of looking around the room, and sees you enter, kind of flinches for a second, and then seems to enter. I'll describe L9 for Shiiro because you weren't last time. It's essentially like kind of like build dress of like a 1950s like businesswoman, like pencil cut dress, and two retractable swords like 1950s housewives had, and then her head though is like more of like almost like punk kind of in design, with blonde hair kind of shaved on one side, some
like
piercings, kind of, yeah.
Mad Men Corpo Punk.
Yeah.
When we say a light fixture falls off the ceiling,
Just lands on the ground. You see one of the kind of.
I feel like Troy
the rest,
walking back.
The rest of it kind of. Yeah, the rest of it kind of just like hanging at a weird angle. Just. The music has mostly stopped. Just one of the speakers.
The lights are
is
still going.
One of the speakers is kind of like.
nice of you to join us. Don't worry, we handled it.
Right. Are you guys okay?
blaster wounds all over.
We're not dying, right?
Great.
Nobody's dying. Do I need to intervene immediately?
No, I think we're okay.
Good.
Um,
What the hell
you-
happened?
kind of like lifts the dead body a little bit. You remember Shaw?
The bottom half of him just like
Yeah.
falls off.
Yeah, he's shorter than I remember. What the hell?
Well, he was still a little upset about us not paying him. He couldn't just take the L and leave.
Yeah, that sounds like him. Looking around.
He left now.
There's a robot. She seems fine. X Splat has an attitude, so obviously they're fine. So there is like one moment of like genuine concern of like, okay, you guys seem fine. Is gonna like walk up to Nerin and like look at her, make sure she's all in one piece.
I have a whopping 4 HP left. I'm beat up. Probably more beat up than you've seen her in a long time since like you escaped on the ship together and first met.
That's broken. That's broken. That's definitely gonna bruise. We need to get you guys back to the ship.
Can you just pop this in for me real
Yeah.
quick?
Yeah.
Her like shoulders at a weird angle.
On 3. Deep breath. 1, 2, pop.
Ow. Oh, fuck. All right. I'm good.
L9.
We have a meeting? We have a meeting.
We have a meeting. Okay.
L9 steps in and says, Mr. Taro is waiting for you if you are ready now. Unless you need a few moments.
Okay, I think he can wait maybe 5 more minutes. Sorry, I'm not trying to be rude. This is a very strange room to walk into.
I suppose we do need to clean up.
What do you want to do with this one? Splat points. I'd like to say, if you guys are alright, that while you were addressing Nerin's injuries, Splat made that thug get up and like jabs him over to the bar and makes him pour some drinks for them.
Just put him to work.
Yeah.
He starts like it's an
I don't know
automated
what
bar,
I'm
so he
doing.
just starts like pushing buttons and trying to make it working out, like putting wires together. You see like drinks just like shooting out of the bar rapidly. He looks very, very nervous about the whole thing. L9 says, I'll take care of this one. I suppose he's the only one left to pay for the damages.
Sucks to be you, indeed. Alright. Both of you sit down, let me get a look at you.
Nerin sits on the top of the bar. Grabs one of the random drinks.
I haven't used any force points to heal myself, but I still have a few left. So with a handful of rolls, like honestly, like Splat's new clothes look punched with holes, but like all of their wounds are starting to heal back up and the color's kind of starting to return to them.
You alright, kiddo?
I'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Alright.
We had a great time. It's a shame you had to miss it.
Yeah, well, you know, refitting the ship is important, so...
To be
you guys
fair,
had
it
fun.
started better than it ended.
Oh, that's usually the case for us, but I'm glad it seems like you had a good time and you're not dead.
They rode the mechanical bull. Did better than I thought.
Oh, good. That's fun. That's fun. Right. Oh, let's bandage you up a little bit.
I'll be fine until we get back to the ship. And then I'll take a nap in the med pod.
Okay.
I mean, he's not going to take long. We just have to say yes. The 200,000 credits, I didn't think
Yeah,
would.
You're just actively bleeding.
I'll be fine. Just rips off part of the bottom of her shirt, just like starts. making some like makeshift bandages to just staunch the bleeding.
Okay.
If y'all want to take a short rest, you can.
Shiro's just not arguing at this point.
Just get the meeting over with and get
Fine,
back to the ship, and we
fine.
can just heal later. They already have a mess to clean up. What's a little more blood?
I'm not worried about the floor.
Let's just get this done, and I
You
can
are
go sleep.
So dense. All right. Great.
Takes a drink
Business.
to go.
You grab one of the drinks as it shoots them out of the bar. Lightning reflexes,
Like-
snatching it out of the air.
Yeah, you two are never going anywhere alone ever again. You know that, right?
Well, there are some places I would prefer to go alone, but
No, I mean you two specifically partying together.
honestly, that seems fair.
Party Pumper had to show up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do we need to have a discussion? Because a minute ago you were mad at me for taking too long to show up.
Well, yeah, I thought when you showed up, you'd be more fun than this.
Okay. I don't know what's going on with the whole teen goo thing. But you've known me for like a couple of weeks. So let's tone it down a little bit, all right? Not all of us can just regenerate and do whatever you were just doing. So pardon me for being concerned about a teammate. Go. We're going.
Grab another drink off the bar. Just double fisting now. This is stressful, and I don't feel good enough to deal with it.
See, kids.
All right. You, after taking a few moments to staunch the bleeding and patch yourselves up a bit, L9 escorts you back. The back doors leading into these private rooms in the back, kind of like jammed and like sparking a bit. She just walks over, grabs them, just yanks them apart, and then leads you back to one of those dimmed rooms in the back. She moves up to it, scans her hand on the panel next to the door. It slides open, and
I have not met L9 before, right?
you have, yeah.
I
You
have?
and
Okay.
you and Nerin would have met L9 when you were here getting this job.
Okay, so she's been like working for
Yeah.
the man I'm calling Double T in my head.
Okay. You see Taro Tar is currently standing kind of in the middle of the room. You can see like the TV that was in there, the display that was in there that had the news broadcast on from before when Nerin and Splat were in there, now has like a security feed for the front of the bar. He's standing there smoking on a cigar, tentacles kind of like curled up, like in a sort of, you could read it as a bit of frustration or anger. As the two of you, as the three of you are escorted in, he turns back
Can
around.
I ask one question before
Yeah.
he begins?
Mm-hmm.
Were you guys gonna like tell me anything about the meeting, or are we just going to the meeting?
We've
Shiro
already
has-
had. So
Shiro
we've
has no
already had
fucking idea
a
what's going on.
meeting. Yeah, no. So we've already had. So in the previous episode, at one point we went back to the ship, and
Mm-hmm.
and like
I think
we brought you a. I brought you
I
a
just
peace
realized-
offering bottle of, since things have been tense for the past couple weeks, of like your favorite like tequila or something.
That's very sweet.
And then, since things were like a little tense after our fight for me touching the goo, and then I told you about the offer that we got from Taro Tar.
Okay.
And you, so
Yeah.
you know the
I
basics
know what
of
we're
the
doing.
meeting. Yeah, you know what we're doing. And then you were like, okay, well, they're not done retrofitting I'm not ready to deal with you yet.
Mm-hmm.
Go out for the night. And so that's why we went out for the night. We're like, we'll give him some space a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Did you
Let
all
me say,
add?
it doesn't happen much, but that moment of concern from Shiro, very genuine.
Did you add the other 2,500 from the that you were paid
I
to your
did.
ship? Okay, cool.
Because I've got 3650, I think, right now. So I have that added to my sheet.
Okay.
Whatever Taro Tar paid us, I have on my sheet.
Well, you're paid 5,000 total. You got the 2,500 at the beginning, and you got the other 2,500 from L9 when you came here, when you got back.
Oh, I did not add that 2,500.
okay.
So why don't you put that on the ship's one, and
Okay.
I'll keep track because we'll add that to ship stuff, and I'll keep track of like food things or whatever we need for
I got it.
I think
life stuff.
Yeah, because you had 700 left of the original
Yeah,
2,500 after
25.
all your shopping.
32.
Yes. Yeah, 3,200.
I did
in the ship
math.
sheet. Cool. All right, just want to make sure before I didn't want to forget that before we got going with this. But yeah, you just know the basics that, and he hasn't told you a lot. It's just Idis Cruise Liner wants help finding it, and the pay was 200,000 credits. So you see him there again, like massive tentacles on his face, like big kind of octopus head, like golden rings on the tentacles, big kind of rotund form. He in a rather stylish suit. This
guy's cool as hell.
He's super cool.
He also has just an aura of power.
Yeah. He sees you come in and says, "All right, why don't you have a seat? I've been figuring that out. Good work out there."
Thank you.
Fucking Shaw. I might bring him back just to make him pay for that.
I don't think he's worth the effort.
And I kind of left him in pieces.
He's
Sorry.
in several pieces on the floor.
Couple of
Hi,
days in that
good to
regen
see you
pod.
again, my man.
Shiro, you were much missed before.
Apparently.
Glad to see you doing well.
Look. I know I'm not usually one who talks, but I did okay.
Oh, no, there was no... my apologies. There was no slight against you, Nerin, or your new friend here, Splat. But
Sorry about the tentacles comment earlier. I was just curious. I didn't think about how it was. We didn't think about it being rude.
I'm just looking at Nerin very
sorry,
quietly.
we
He gets an apology.
Tore up the place. You got a really cool place. I liked it.
Thanks. I'm sure we'll get it repaired and back up and running in no time. But
If not, I'm sure the insurance payout is going to be quite nice.
yeah.
And whatever money you can squeeze out of the one we left alive.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Well, we're already in the process. I'm seizing the Belt Runner's ship, and that'll probably go for a good amount in salvage. That'll pay for most of the damages, and yeah, no, we'll be fine.
I hope
hate
enough to make
amateurs.
up for the dancers' lost profits as well.
Yeah, they'll be paid.
Thank you.
Well, this isn't how this isn't the tone I like to do business in. Have a seat. He sits down, kind of the couch that he sits on, kind of bowing under his weight. He reaches forward, hits the table, this like black sleek coffee table in the center of this room, and a port opens up on it, and a bottle of like high-end, 2 bottles of very high-end champagne come out in a bucket in the center, and then glasses follow as well. L9 comes over and just pulls the cork straight off of the bottle and begins to pour glasses for everyone. He takes one and downs it in one, and then refills and says, "All right, so assume Shiro is at least partially up to speed on this offer that I have for you. I'm assuming since we're back, you're interested.
Extremely.
Good, good.
What info do you have about the ship you're looking for?
Oh, well, unfortunately, that's been a bit of a wall for us. So, IDIS Cruise Liner, one of their latest models, showing it off for their celebration. So, specs on it are scarce, a lot of proprietary knowledge, but we've got a couple of leads on it. One in particular is the one I want you to follow up on. It's sort of the best starting point we can think of. So, if you're in for the job, I'll give you the details. Sound good?
One more
Just a
question.
thumbs up from Nerin.
This is far and away the most you will have ever paid us to
Mm-hmm.
do anything. So I want to know what your over-under is on whether or not we live.
Interesting question. I mean, I don't bet on losing horses. I make a habit of being very careful with my my business dealings. I'm not going to send you out there if I don't think you've got the skills to handle this. So as I was telling Nerin earlier today, you've done a what?
Why does he trade in horses?
It's a figure of speech.
The
I'll explain
he
in a
says,
minute.
as I was telling Nerin earlier today, you've done pretty well for me for these last few jobs. I know the pay has probably barely covered your expenses, so I'm willing to offer you a step up in the world, chance to make some names for yourselves, and maybe come out, get into the black a little bit.
Assuming we continue to only work for you.
Well, I'd appreciate that. You're not under contract with me. You can work for whoever you want. I just can promise no one's going to pay better.
All right.
All right. Like I said, 200,000 paid in installments. A couple of things that we're gonna need for this this job here. So, bottom line goal is to locate this salvageable cruise liner, so that I can, well, gut it for anything that of value. That won't be your job. You just need to find it, confirm its location, get that back to me.
Don't you want us to take out the important bits?
I got people for that. Your crew, your ship's not really built for salvage ops, unless you've got another one lying around.
Nope.
Unfortunately not.
But I will
A
need
girl can dream.
eyes. I will need eyes on to confirm before I send anyone out there. I'm not going to pay for salvage until I've got a confirmed location. So, the lead that I've got that I want you to follow up on, step one of this, is we're going to need the essentially the black box for this this cruise liner. A lot of technical stuff, but to put it simply, any sort of transport vessel, whether it be commercial or transport, is going to be carrying going to be constantly transmitting its flight coordinates back to its central hub. So, a ship of this size, it's almost certainly that IDIS has its in somewhere in its databases its flight records. course, this investigation being ongoing, they've been keeping that pretty hush-hush. No one, it seems, outside of the IDIS top brass even knows where the ship was prior to it disappearing. That's where you're going to come in. So the chief financial officer for IDIS, Prince Justinian Quantus Brenial Avsoliusk, mouthful, is going to, as far as my sources are concerned, has a copy of a data core with a copy of the flight records for the cruise liner. Get your hands on those. It gets us pointed in the right direction.
Seems simple enough on its face. Though I imagine
you know where he
he's not
is?
just gonna hand him over.
I do not know currently. I figured that'd be your first lead to follow up on. Someone, Prince Avsoliusk has to be pretty easy to find. I imagine most of his goings on are going to be a matter of news rather than too much skulking around. So, should be able to find him pretty easily.
Is it important for him to remain alive after we retrieve this information? I'm just asking.
I don't particularly care one way or another, but if you get too much heat on this, I can't promise that you're going to see the pay that you're looking for. Mostly because you'll be dead.
Right.
So, try to keep it quiet. Get your hands on the data core and we'll talk next steps. It's probably going to need to be de-encrypted, and I have a few people in mind that might be able to help with that.
Sounds good.
But as far as the installments for this go, if you retrieve the core, I know expenses, yada, yada, yada. I'll go ahead and front you 30,000 once you have confirmation you have the core in hand.
Also sounds good.
Any other questions?
Anybody else looking for this thing?
Probably. I don't have specific names. I mean, I imagine most of the major players probably are, so watch your backs there. I could give you a list of potentials, but that list would probably be about a mile long. So probably better to move fast.
You know that's how we like to work.
Anything else?
Sorry for bleeding on your chair.
Nah. I'll get a new one.
Well,
if we have a deal, we can leave it at that. I'll leave you to rest up and plan your next steps.
Oh, Big T, as always, it has been a pleasure and an honor, and all the other stuff.
Happy hunting. So,
Guess we leave.
the three of you get up, leave. L9 escorts you out. And as you're leaving the bar, she says, "Should you need anything, you know how to contact me."
Sure do. And L9, a pleasure, as always.
It was
can I
good
take
seeing you
this to
again,
go?
Shiiro.
She says as she grabs another drink off the bar.
Yes.
Thank
You
you.
might as well grab me a couple, too.
You grab a couple drinks. The three of you heading out into the streets and away from the vortex.
Got like an
lines.
armful. And she's like,
I wants to give L9 a high five on the way out too.
Okay. Just very stiff high five.
Oh no, no, kick ass with you any day. Almost dropped some drinks.
Oh god. All right. Yeah. So Splat, just as like a general rule, we try to not go to murder first.
Looks over to Nerin. We don't? Looks behind us.
Listen, sometimes it's necessary. Obviously,
Well,
we've done our
we
fair
understood
share of
that.
killing. But especially when we're talking about somebody who has Prince in front of their name, we try to keep it a little quiet around here. Right?
Our general rule is if they're not going to try to kill us in that moment, we don't try to kill them. Shaw and his friends, they were trying to do murder.
Oh,
so
he's been fair
that's
game for a long
yeah,
time.
he's been fair game for a long time. He sucks anyway. Couldn't just just couldn't take the loss. But when we are in general getting information, like just trying to steal a thing, we usually like to leave them alive.
When you leave too many bodies behind, you start to leave a trail, you start to get followed, and then you start to get put in jail for the rest of your life.
We start with stealth first.
Okay. We can handle that. Oh, by the way, we almost forgot. And like part of their side like opens up a cavity and they say, we got you some leftovers, and pulls out a bag of like food, but it's also been shot through, so it's got like the bag comes out. It's not like slimy or anything, but like the whole just the food just goes oh.
We can stop at the Roman shop on the way back.
All right, that's fine. You know what? Thank you. It's a thought that counts.
So
You're still bleeding on the concrete. Let's
the
go.
three of you head back to the ship, stopping to get some food along the way. Arrive back at the
Not
Velvet
sure when I
Luster.
became the straight man.
So serious.
Listen,
Someone needs to keep us in check after our night of debauchery.
Nerin like almost died. Dude.
Yeah.
It's a little
This is true.
serious. He's taking that a little seriously.
But yeah, you arrive back at the Velvet Luster. The refitting is close to being done. So you, but you have some peace and quiet on the ship. It's late in the evening. I imagine some rest. Do you all want to rest first and then start doing job stuff?
I
Yeah.
think that's a good idea.
Be nice
I
to
need
get
to
back all
sleep
of
in.
those
I need to
resources.
sleep in a bio bed.
Yeah. You were able to you get back, you eat a bunch of food, probably drink some more. I don't think I didn't mention the recap. The fun drinks that Nerin and Splat got as well. Some of the more illicit stuff. I assume you don't tap into that yet because you're probably
No.
saving that. So,
No, she's hiding that for another time.
but
But we
yeah.
did buy, if you want to look it up, Van, we did buy Spice Brew.
That sounds dangerous. I like it.
It's a
highly
popular
addictive.
drink and highly addictive.
Excellent.
You have to do a DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
Or become addicted. But there is there are some mechanical benefits. Was that the one that regains force points?
Correct.
Yeah, increases your max even too, I think.
Yeah.
I looked at it in the back of it.
So some good stuff. But yeah, you all relax and rest for the evening. Get your full night's sleep. You can all take a long rest and recover.
Now, does the system work the same as D&D where everything comes back on a long
Yeah.
rest? Okay,
Yeah.
just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, same thing. You get all your stuff back. But yeah, the next day, by the time you wake up, refitting has completed on your ship. You are refueled, ready to go. But you don't have a direction yet. So, what do y'all want to do?
All right. So we gotta track down this guy. Yeah.
Yes. Nerin will make breakfast while we're all talking.
All right.
I mean, he sounds pretty important.
I wonder if we can find him in like tabloid things. Do you think this person's like a page 6 Playboy type? He's got Prince in front of his name.
Maybe. Yeah, we could probably find him in a lot of media. Just have to take a look and see what's actually accurate.
Splat?
What's
Do you want to
bullshit.
do a media search? Trying to like give them a job.
We could
or
take a
something to
crack at
do?
it.
Sure.
Can interface with the computer's fine.
All right. Let's start there.
Okay. All right. I have to remind myself what the skills are in this game. So probably want to do. I'd let you do either technology or lore. Could probably even do investigation. I think either of those three would be appropriate.
I actually have all three of those, and they're all the same number, so I'm just
Oh,
gonna.
perfect.
Poop!
Splats first. Hangover.
I was gonna say, is Splat hungover?
Want to tell the chat
Do we
what
do
that
like
was?
do we do a con save to see how hungover Splat is after their first night of drinking?
Yeah, I can do that too. Why not?
Fairy!
Oh my god.
Making a greasy
You rolled
breakfast for
higher, but you
Splat.
scored less. So on the investigation, it was a natural 1 for a total of 7, and then for the Constitution, you got a 6. So
I
yeah,
think Splat like types the guy's name into the search bar and then just immediately gets sucked down like some sort of rabbit hole involving like a scandal of the other princes and just completely forgot to look up the guy.
yeah. Next thing you know, you look over and Splash is playing Fortnite.
Okay.
That was a bust. Not ready for responsibility. Got it.
It's all right. We all gotta learn sometime.
Somebody else want to take a stab at it? I can give some information on that one, but anybody else who's going to try will give me, if we're going to do this kind of as a group action.
My investigation and lore are both 1.
Mine are also
Okay.
1. Can I just do something else?
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking I'd like to be able to form a coherent sentence at least once today. I think over the time they've been sailing, doing crime, that they've probably made a few friends. Maybe a journalist friend or somebody that Shiiro can call up and be like, "Hey, got any info on this guy?"
Okay.
Because I'm talky, I'm not read. I don't know how to read. I don't think I'm smart enough to be able to read.
You don't know how to use Google, but you can talk to people.
Just kidding. My stats are all positive, but I'm really good at talking. If I'm a
Let's.
friend.
Yeah, let's do. Well, okay. What's the name of your friend?
Why do you ask me?
You're the one creating them.
Lance.
Lance. Okay,
Bass.
we'll go.
Lance.
All right. Your friend Lance.
Did you want
who
a
is-
last name?
I did. I didn't know if the last name was coming. I was waiting for it.
No, he's just Lance.
Okay.
One name, like Madonna.
Yeah.
He's an enigma.
Okay. So your friend Lance is a what, like a journalist, a blogger,
Like a TMZ guy. like a real nasty
Like a
sorta-
Perez Hilton.
Yeah,
Back in the day.
yeah, like a real nasty, not nasty, but a real nasty sort of like tabloid writer, super nosy. I think got his start as a paparazzi. and then graduated to writing articles about the lives we wish we led. So
Okay.
he's graduated from Space TMZ, but he's still very much like a pop culture guy.
Okay. So let's do a so you're typing up, you're sending him a message, shooting him an email or something.
Yeah, I mean, unless I can just call him, but he's probably busy.
Yeah, I figured you'd probably like shoot a message, be like, "Hey, I'm looking for information on this," and depending on how that goes, maybe we'll call you back. Go ahead and do a, what do you want, like a persuasion? Sure.
Oh. 21.
21, nice. So while Splat, you start, like, Splat opens up like a browser to start searching for this guy, and then like a bunch of those messages, like a bunch of like the suggested articles and stuff start
Splat
populating
just goes on
underneath,
Reddit.
and you just start reading a bunch of other stuff, like that has nothing to do with just articles about everything, a bunch of like conspiracy theory stuff, like
Let's just doom scrolling.
yeah, and just get sucked into the abyss of the web. Shiro, you shoot a message over to Lance. What does Shiro say?
I muted myself on accident. Something very personable. I imagine they don't keep in like regular contact, but just like every once in a while, one of them will hear from the other, like, "Hey, I'm trying to find this person. Like, you got anything?" So it's just a very like sort of casual, like, "Hey, long time no talk. Looking for somebody, and the payout is especially large. Give me a ring if you got a minute and you're into tracking down royalty." Give him a little hint.
Probably like 30, 45 minutes past, like while Splat's still like doom scrolling. Your tablet begins to ring, and you get a voice call on it, and you hear on the other end, well, this isn't Shiro. Good to hear from you, my friend. How are things going?
You've been working on the radio voice? Because it's sounding pretty good.
I've been doing a couple of appearances on some talk shows. You know, nothing too fancy. Probably nothing you'd listen to.
Hey, good for you. Well, I haven't searched you in a while, so...
Well, you should. Give me some of those, get some views on those pages, those articles.
Apparently. So
you got a question for me?
Yeah, it's work related, but I think you'll find it pretty interesting. I got a bead on a guy who has some information that I need. Unfortunately, he's the kind of guy whose schedule is not always going to be public information, so I was hoping maybe you had something.
Well, I might be able to help. I am gonna need a name first, though.
Val, you know I don't know what it is.
Well, you didn't write it. You didn't get it in one off of that.
No,
it's
Prince
Justinian Quantus
Branreal
Avsolius.
No, I'm not. No, I'm never saying that again. Shiro's like looking at notes like they've written it down.
That's been most of the problem, is just trying to fucking write down this name. Prince Justinian Quantus Branreal Avsolius. You give the name to Lance. I'm not gonna make you make an intelligence check to see if you remember it.
That would be pretty rude considering it's the whole quest.
Yeah, that would be really funny if our game ends here because y'all forgot the name. He says, "Wow, you are really looking for someone up there. I probably shouldn't ask why, should I?
No, you shouldn't.
All right. Well, here's the deal. I can throw some information your way. I may know a thing or two about a thing or two. I'm gonna want something in return for this favor, though.
Yeah, I'm sure you've already got something in mind.
Well, I'm gonna need a scoop on whatever it is you're working on. I know you probably can't tell me now, but before it hits the papers.
Deal.
All right. I'm trusting you on this. Don't burn this bridge.
Never have before.
All right. From what I hear, Prince Afsoliusk, or one of the princes of Soliusk, is going to be tending a rather fancy little get together in the next couple weeks. The 718th Cosmic Infinity Grand Auction is taking place.
Oh, I definitely know exactly what that is.
This cycle. Yeah.
I'm sure Shiro probably does.
You think Shiiro does? Hey, Shiiro might. It's a pretty big event. It's kind of like basically if Antique Roadshow was an annual event and was only attended by the highest end, it's broadcast on the news. It's all over the place.
It's one of those rich people gala auctions.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it's a big, rich, whole swanky affair held once a year. And people throw hundreds of millions of credits at shit that no normal person would spend $5 on.
Cool.
He says, I hear that the prince himself is going to be attending the event. There's some news coverage on it. Well, at least that'll be hitting the feed soon. So if you're looking to find him someplace, that's probably where you want to go.
I'll have to break out my best suit.
I'd recommend it, especially heading over to Joy Station. Just make sure your pockets are full before getting there.
Ugh.
That's
All
all
right.
I've got on that. So
No spare invitations lying around.
no, not for the likes of me.
It's
Nearly
just a
the
matter
clout
of
to
time.
invite to something like that. Let's hope, my friend. Let's hope. He's getting way too McConaughey for me.
I like it.
He
It's a vibe.
It is a vibe.
Lance says it's surprising though. Normally the royal activities and events would be hitting the news cycle ages before they came to pass. They'd be hyping it up. This seems to be staying pretty low key. In fact, other than a few appearances on that Addis tragedy a week back, Prince Justinian hasn't really making too many public appearances. So
Fascinating.
yeah.
Does make me think maybe it'll be the real deal and not some body double.
Gotta hope. Well, depending on what it is you're looking at him for, but I will not ask any more information on that. So consider this a favor done, and I'll be looking forward to my kickback on the other end.
I'll send you an email.
All right. Take it easy, Shiiro.
You too, bud.
And the connection cuts off.
Oh, Shiro's so excited. Good news.
Yes! High score. What? You? Sorry. Your thing first.
We're going to a gala.
Oh, because the last one went so well.
This one's gonna be great. And Prince so-and-so is gonna be in attendance himself. So, we're gonna need
To go shopping.
outfits. We're gonna need a cover story. And we're gonna need an invitation. And we're gonna need to look rich as hell.
Well, luckily our ship already kind of fits the bill.
What if we could help with that?
And Splat
Yeah, what you got?
Shifts form between their quote unquote like native form, and then you, and then Nerin, and then they turn into Shaw, and they just like flicker through forms for a bit, and says, "Perhaps we could help get the rest of you in."
Okay. Walk me through
We
it.
don't have to have physical contact with the person to take the form either. We've learned a lot about carbon-based biology.
Disguise then.
It's just a thought.
I like it.
Oh,
Not the worst way we've gone into a
Okay.
party.
No, not by a long shot. Alright, let's find you some rich asshole to be.
we will still need their clothing.
Oh, we can work on that. McConaughey is catching on a little bit.
Yeah, it's addicting. It's like a virus. You start talking McConaughey, and then suddenly everything turns into McConaughey.
The McConaughey
Everybody pull up
effect.
the Lincoln commercials.
Oh, God.
Don't do that.
I think I was doing more of like Jim Carrey's Matthew McConaughey.
Jim Carrey as Matthew McConaughey is a wild thing to say.
Have you seen the SNL skit where he does Matthew McConaughey doing
Yes.
Jeopardy? Oh my god, it's so funny.
No,
Anyway,
but I'm gonna look that up now. For after we're done tonight.
so yeah, you wanted to get some stuff. Do you want to get that here? Do you want to get that at Joy Station? So Joy Station, you would know this, is a very popular, like, kind of like a tourism station in the Phantasm Nebula. It's not terribly far. I mean, well, terribly far in the scale of light years away from where you're at. I've got the map up right now. It's right here. But it's, like I said, a kind of a tourism spot. It's very expensive. You would know that kind of offhand. Any of you, I don't know if either of you would have been there before, if either of you are really the type to go to a place like that. But the yeah, so you could look for digs there if you want to try to find some swanky clothes. You could definitely find it on Joy Station. You could also try to get some stuff here if you wanted to try to outfit here first. I'll also remind you, though it probably wouldn't be enough to help, you couldn't make enough to really help you at an auction at this point. I did come up with mechanics for Mile High. If y'all decide to use that service to earn some walking around creds. Because that was the we talked about that in our session 0. I don't think we've talked about it on stream. Y'all rent your ship out to a service called Mile High, which essentially is like people rent ships for
Like a party bus.
parties. It's kind of like a party bus situation. It's like Airbnb for spaceships. So if you want to, obviously you'd be without your ship for a while. If you're planning on staying on GTF 0 for another day, you might be able to earn some cred that way.
Is Mile High available at like different stations?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
then
it's
wouldn't we want to rent it out to like the rich assholes at Joy?
Yeah.
that's fair.
Duh. That seems like we'd make more money there.
Some like Nepo baby's graduation or whatever.
Yeah, some Nepo babies like random party that they want to throw last minute. Yeah, let's do that. If we're gonna do it, let's do it there.
Or some like super rich assholes bachelor party or something.
Yes.
Okay. So y'all want to go ahead and start making your way over to Joy Station then?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Okay. So, let's go. I'm just gonna go ahead and calculate. Y'all, gear up, fire up the Velvet Luster. Your AI, B comes over the comm, says, "All right, we leaving already?"
Yes, B. Thank
Yeah,
you.
we got places to be. I think Shiro says that
Ah.
like once a week and she hates it.
I see what you did there, Shiro. Always funny. Okay, then I'll go ahead and get things rolling here. And the ship fires up. You get your docking clearance and you take off, leaving GTF 0 station, engaging hyperdrive and zooming on out of there. So as far as fuel consumption, I'll go ahead and have y'all mark off your fuel costs for this jump. We are looking at about 20,000 light years, which means it will take you, where's my notes, about 2 days to get there.
Quick trip.
Yeah, it's pretty quick. I did measure that right. Hold on, let me make sure I didn't fuck that up. 20,000?
No, you definitely didn't.
Nope, yeah, 20,000. So it'd be 2 days and 2 units of fuel.
Okay.
Oh wait, modifier. Sorry, I forgot. Y'all have the. Hold on. I forgot about your hyperdrive class modifiers. I gotta get used to this ship. Y'all have a class 8 hyperdrive, so that'll be it's everything's modified by 8. So it is 16 days and 16 units of fuel.
Okay. I didn't do that math right. 35. 20, 29.
So we're gonna want to fill up when we get there.
Yeah, I think y'all filled up before, so y'all
We
are
did.
pretty good on fuel right now.
Yeah,
All right, cool.
That leaves us with 29 units.
Awesome. All right. You make the
Before
jump.
you rent it, you want it to be full, you know?
I imagine we give them their deposit back if they bring it back filled up.
Yeah. I wasn't counting on y'all having to spend for fuel when you do Mile High. That's all factored into the cost of operations.
Got
So,
it.
you just make pure profit. You are in hyperdrive for the next 2 weeks. Is there anything that you want to do during that time?
Research on current rich people fashion.
Okay. I'll try to fit in.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at this year's fashion. I'm just assuming it's like a Met Gala.
Yeah, let's do
I want to make sure we look like we fit in.
what would be a good check for this? I would check. I don't know if y'all have any like specific proficiency kits or anything, like disguises or anything like that would be good for this. But you do? Okay. You could roll that. I'd also take a lore or a performance for this as well.
And a forgery kit, which is just the disguise of paper goods.
Sounds good. Yeah, we'll do
It's like garbage performance at 9.
If you want to do check with your disguise proficiency, Shiro, you can do that in charisma.
Charisma?
Yeah.
Yeah.
9 from Nerin.
She
yes.
hates everything.
Yeah. You see, like last year's fashion was hollow fashion, so it was all like hollow projection clothing, and most of the articles are like 8, or it's like 10 fashion malfunctions and faux pas of the of last year's people who hollow garments malfunctioned and were just naked in the middle of the event. Lots of scandals from that, most of them probably pre-planned. Shiro,
Progress.
Shiro, what do you got?
23.
23. Okay. You you do some snooping around too, kind of following the same thread as Nerin. There are a lot of articles on like previous years. It's hard to find something for like this year, but you do find an article that talks about like like what to some of the hype articles, like what to
Lance
expect from
wrote
this
it, didn't
year's. Maybe, yeah, there's probably an article from Lance about it too, for this year's auction. The theme for this year is vintage earth fashion.
I'm gonna pull up a picture of fucking whoever the future's James Dean is. Future James Dean.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna show it to Nerin and be like, "What do you think?"
That is a look. Is there a reason why you're going vintage fashion?
I'll then show her the article.
Oh, vintage earth fashion. Interesting. I like it.
I think Splat
I'm
might
no-
get a kick out
I'm
of
no-
it too.
Expert, but yeah, I think I'd like the vintage fashion.
Pew 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 pew.
Is that what you think Fortnite sounds like?
I mean, that kind of is what it sounds like.
They did have a whole
Floss,
Star Wars
floss.
thing. I'm gonna look up some vintage like earth punk.
Okay. Like 1980s, like punk.
Yeah,
fashion.
just the. It's gonna say just like the music video for "I Want to Be Sedated." Something like that. That's just the first song that popped into my mind that I thought Splat probably would like. And I'm gonna go over to them and be like, is this one you can pause?
Is this one? That is such a dad
My
thing
dad
to say.
used to ask us that. Is this one you can pause? No? Okay, I'll come back.
That's so dad.
I'm thinking of. There's a specific like look that I'm thinking of. I think it's the Ramones.
I've realized I made a terrible mistake in springing fashion stuff on y'all.
Yeah,
Oh, no, I already know what I'm wearing.
Yeah, it's in the "I Want to Be Sedated" music video. I think it's that one where there's that shot of all of them like sitting around like the table.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I Want to Be Sedated video.
That's late 70s, but still they've got like the leather jackets with the big collars and like the big hair.
Yeah, that vibes for Splat for sure. Niren's gonna go the exact opposite.
Sita looks like he's gone down a rabbit hole.
Oh, you're muted, Sita.
Yeah, I totally was. I should not be doing this right now.
Okay. I'll wait for a Fortnite break. Hey, I want to show you something.
Hmm.
Assuming you want to go to the gala.
course we do.
Great. What do you think about this? Just gonna show Splat the remotes.
That's not bad. It's not too far off from our style right now.
Well, the theme is vintage Earth fashion, so I thought... I don't know, I just thought you'd vibe with it.
It's kind of
Cool, I guess. I'm gonna finish my game though.
Yeah, no, totally. Just an idea.
Pachoo, pachoo.
Can't believe you guys made Shiiro be a dad.
So while you
He's gonna
spend
be
the
a
next,
cool dad if it kills him.
Well, you spend the next couple weeks coming up with your fashion, like what you're gonna wear. Begin to think of covers and how you're gonna get into this event. Well, we can retcon any of that happens over that period. But the hyperdrive engine disengages as you enter the Phantasm Nebula. A cradle of stars. You see like motes of light and dust carrying through the space, forming this prismatic image in front of you. And at the edge of this nebula, there is a small ice planetoid caught in the gravitational pull here, and hovering in orbit around this planetoid is Joy Station, this pure white sparkling orb that has a this platinum ring that bisects it, almost giving it kind of like a planetary belt kind of appearance, or like an asteroid belt. It orbits in a slow rotation around Cryo 9, the planet here. The docking clearance goes through. You are granted access to the station as you enter its gravitational pull and are pulled into its docking bay. And we are going to have our break here. And we'll come back to see what y'all get up to in preparation and potentially during the auction. So, thanks everyone out there for watching. We will be back here in a few moments to continue our session. So stay tuned. Follow our example. Go take a break. Stretch your legs. Drink some water. Have a snack, whatever you need to do, and we'll be back here in a few minutes to continue. So until then, stay tuned. And welcome back, Internet. Thanks for hanging out with us while we took our break. We are gonna just jump right back in with the Velvet Luster gliding into the docking port for Joy Station as the port depressurizes and your ship enters the hangar. Unlike with GTF 0, which was like just this big open space, you actually enter like a secluded, like an isolated docking area. It's very large. You can see like personnel, people, like attendees, all in like crisp white uniforms, making their way to refit ships of all different kinds. You see some like commercial transport freighters for like rental use, with like unloading hundreds of passengers that are making their way through like the checkpoints in the station. You see other like sleek private vessels docked far away, kind of in security perimeters with drones working on them, maybe some security around them as well. Your ship is taken over to your own docking session. You set the ship down, cut the engines, and immediately you're hit with a beginning over the monitors, and a beautiful, like, scenic vista, and a voice comes over the intercom and says, "Welcome to Joy Station, 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 station." And you see like a whole promotional video begins to play, just like, with intercut at certain points with that same voice or text on the screen being like, where adventure awaits, and you see people like in a theme park and stuff, and says, and have the time of your life. You see people like betting at casinos and all sorts of different like events. It's like, if every theme park like mashed together with also like the feel of Vegas, and just a playground essentially, for all kinds, if you can afford it, because at the end of the promotional video, you see a like a text on screen comes up, and it asks, choose your visitors package, and you're given 3 options.
Is one of them Ruby Rod?
No.
Damn it.
Well,
Sorry.
you alienated 2/3 of the cast.
There are
A guided tour by Ruby Rod is not an option. We're leaving. I'm just kidding.
No,
Sorry.
there is it's essentially limited. The way that you gauge from this is essentially the way that the station works is everything on the station is essentially free. Like you don't have to, other than like shops and stuff, like buying things, like all the experiences and like the parks and everything, is essentially free. But you have to pay for one of these experiences up front. You're charged per day that you're on station for that experience. There's the gold experience, which is the lowest level, and that is the essentially like access to the fewest amenities, like the commercial
We get to go to Epcot,
districts.
is what you're
You
saying.
essentially get to go to Epcot. It's like the cheapest experiences, the ones that most go. It's like, with throngs of people like packed in together. That's charged at 199 credits a day. The Ultra Gold experience is the next level up from that, which is access to some of like the more private experiences, like in secluded or isolated areas of the station. That's 999 credits a day. And last is the Stellar Platinum Luxury experience. That is access to all the amenities of the station. Everything, you can do anything on the station. All the like private areas are off limits to all the other guests. That comes for the affordable price of 15,000 credits a day.
Is this per person or per ship?
Per person.
Okay. How many days until the gala?
That's interesting. We will say
That's important.
Interesting.
It's
No, that's-
important.
that is important. I will say the our hyperdrive for about 2 weeks. I will say you have about 3 days until the auction.
Okay. So budget wise, we are gonna want to fill up on fuel here probably. Right?
Yeah.
So last time 14 units of fuel was
It
so
is
16 units of fuel is gonna be.
I think it's 100 credits per unit.
So we basically need 1,600 credits for fuel if we want to fill up all the way. I think we should probably just do the gold.
Well, I don't think we can afford the other.
Well, I have 3,600.
Okay.
We got
Yeah. So for the 3 of you, for the
So we
gold
could afford
experience.
we could afford 1 day of ultra gold if we wanted to. Okay, I didn't think so. I'm just saying.
Listen,
I'm just trying to be helpful. But yeah, we could probably just do the gold experience.
yeah. We have 3,200 in the ship funds as well.
Okay. We'll just do the gold package.
Okay. You select
Unless
gold.
somebody wants to try to hack it to give us the stellar platinum for free.
That is an option.
That is not my thing.
Do any of you have proficiency with like hacking equipment or?
No.
No.
Well, wait, what does my slicers kit do? Hold on. I think it just opens doors.
Yeah, I think that's more like physically.
Yeah, it bypasses computerized defenses and locks.
I mean, I could cause a scene and lie about the computer glitching out. on
We
us.
prepaid.
You can also do that. We'll also go ahead and queue up whenever you, assuming y'all are disembarking, leaving the ship.
Yes.
I think let's not make a scene. I think we'll
Okay.
just do what we came here to do, and I think Shiiro, I think Shiiro just like as an aside to Nerin at some point, and is like, once we get that payout, like,
Do you
it's
want to
all-
come back?
I think we should, right? Wouldn't that be fun?
I think so. That would be fun.
Never actually like taken a vacation.
Neither have I. Should definitely go on a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Right.
Okay, so
I'll go with you and
are we
hold your hand if
prepaying
you
for
get
this?
So we'll just pay for the first day up front.
Okay.
So you just
Is
have
there
to pay
tax?
daily. Tax is no, there's no tax.
Okay, so $5.97 then.
Yeah, $5.97.
Thank you.
I'm not going to start calculating taxes.
Well, I don't know. Each station could have their own tax.
I'm over here trying to flirt. You guys are talking about fucking taxes.
I'm sorry.
I
I'm
said
sorry.
no such thing.
I'm doing. She's in calculating their money mode. It's not
So
the
y'all pay
time.
for the
Shiiro just sighs.
y'all pay for the gold experience. As you do, you put in your information and on all of your data pads. Let's assume you got one for Splat at some point too.
Yeah.
And what do you think I'm playing Fortnite on?
That's true. You see like ding, your personal credentials come up and
We forged credentials for them.
yeah, you are given the you all have the gold experience while you're on station.
Oh wait, does that mean Splat needs a fake name?
I assumed you just put it in a Splat. That's kind of a
Oh,
fake
okay.
name.
No, that's fine.
Splat doesn't have any like ID or anything tied to Splat, so
I'm just asking.
unless you put it in as X008, that may
Flag some
No.
things.
That seems irresponsible.
Agreed.
We give
I
them
mean,
some like amalgamation of our last names.
X008 may be a super common name in this galaxy.
Yeah, even if it is.
Yeah, you so you have your gold experience package. Do you go ahead and pay for fuel too up front?
Yeah, let's just fill up
Yes.
in case we need to make a quick getaway.
Good idea.
And then
Um,
also, if we're renting the ship out, the idea
Yes.
is that they get their deposit back if they bring it back full.
Yeah, so we can talk about that too. So you want to go on to Mile High and see if you can go ahead and book a client for today. So essentially, the way that Mile High will function is you'll make an impress charisma check, which is a stat for the ship. I think y'all have proficiency in that. I don't remember what your
think we
bonus
do.
is.
I don't remember though.
Van, if you're talking, you're muted.
I pressed the wrong button. Sorry. Say again what the check was. Astrogation?
Impress charisma.
Impress. We are not proficient in that. We have a +3.
I thought y'all were proficient in impress.
Not according to the
not?
sheet.
Oh, Okay.
Are we
so,
proficient in stealth?
We're proficient in swindle.
Swindle, that's what it is.
Okay.
Okay.
Stealth is not one for the
Okay.
ship. Yeah.
Gotcha. So you make a impress check. So it's still +3 because your ship is a +3 modifier. Essentially, the way that it'll work is you'll make that check. The higher the check is, the shorter the rental period will be. So the more people you can book. Essentially, it's a 24-hour rental period minus the result of your check. Minimum of 1 hour. So.
Okay.
And you will earn credits equal to your proficiency bonus times your tier times 500.
Who's feeling lucky?
You have the sheet up. I thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna roll my dice though.
Yeah. I mean, it is.
It's
If we get a
sparkly.
1 hour, if we get a 1 hour rental on this,
It's
we know
sparkly.
why. It's the hard die.
Okay, that's a 15 plus 3, 18.
18. So that'd be a 6-hour rental. And
That's
then your
pretty
proficiency
good.
bonus is 3. Here's your tier 1. Am I right on that? Or
Yeah.
tier 2? Tier 1.
I think we're one.
So you'll get 1,500 credits
For 6
for this
hours.
rental. Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Which means your ship's only gone for 6 hours during the day. So if anything happens, you have access to your ship. So you don't have to worry about it being gone for a full day. That's really the downside of this, is that if you roll low, then you don't have access to your ship for,
Yeah.
up to,
Alright.
like 20 hours.
So I'll just put the 1,500 on the ship sheet.
Yeah, we can go to mark that down. You get very quickly. I mean, it's Joy Station. It's very easy. You get a booking almost immediately of a who's booking? I'm gonna say it's a couple that is throwing like their an engagement, or no, like an anniversary party.
Cute.
They are, I say a couple, there are 8 of them, and they're celebrating their 15th anniversary.
Oh, wait, is it all of their anniversary?
Yes.
Oh,
That's adorable.
that's nice.
They book your ship, you give them like the access codes and stuff to
Set
get on
B
board.
to
Set
our
B to an appropriate
host guests.
your host mode. And
We set B to honeymoon.
yeah, and the 3 of you leave, heading out into heading across the docking bay. There are nice like little walkways you head along until you get to the entrance doors. There's some attendants there, look like androids. As you approach, and as soon as you like get within about 10 feet of them, you see like eyes kind of light up for a second. You feel your data pads immediately like ding, and you hear one of them says, "Welcome to Joy Station. We hope you have a wonderful day. Enjoy the gold experience." And the doors slide open. The 3 of you step out into this like grav lift. As you step out on the platform, suddenly the doors close behind you, and you feel the whole thing begin to lift around you. Lights begin to go on. You see like flickering hollow projections. The same like promotional video that you just saw like 10 minutes ago starts coming on the screens, and just as it ends, just you see light hits you, and you catch your first glimpse of Joy Station, or the interior of which you see hovering districts on transparent platforms that are connected by these grav lifts. You see people passing up and down on these transparent lifts. You are now on heading up to like the lowest level of it. You see on each of these like transparent platforms, you see mega structures for these massive like gilded casinos, theme parks with roller coasters, crisscrossing up and down through platforms, making like impossible spirals. You see massive concert halls where you can hear like thum 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 music playing, big like projected displays for the different artists that'll be performing at the casinos or at these concert halls. You see like it's like a 24/7 like loop of performances, most of them like booked out for the next like month. You see advertisements for holo projection experiences, like explore the jungles of this forgotten planet for ancient treasures, and others like seafaring expeditions and all sorts of things like that. There are race tracks for grav vehicle races or hovercraft races, all sorts of things just like hitting you like bam 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 as soon as you enter the lift. The lift slows, it stops, it opens up, and each one of you again sees identical androids on the other side of the doors as you open. It says, welcome to Joy Station, enjoy the gold experience. And you step out, and about like every street corner, no more than like 30 feet apart from each other, you see these same like identical androids, and each time you get within about 10 feet of them, they say, welcome to Joy Station, enjoy the gold experience. But it's hard to make that out amidst this level where there are thousands of people just like in crowds waiting in lines. You see estimated wait times for lines in like the 7 to 8 hour marks. You see people waiting to go into gift shops and food stalls and stuff. There are lines for everything here. You see lines to the restroom with estimated wait times. There are just tons of people, and you realize like on this level, for like the gold experience level, I mean, you can see like again the layers are transparent. There are not even like 1/100th of the amount of people up in like the next level from above that. It's like 99% of the station is on this level of the station right now, in line and going to all of these different attractions.
I think Nerin gets a psychic whisper from Splat that says, we think we already know the answer to this, but we just wanted to be sure. Hailing people in line in front of us is not subtle, correct?
Correct.
We hate this place.
It's a little intense.
Shiro's not anxious, but Van is.
You pass another street corner. Another android says, welcome to Joy Station.
Shut
enjoy
up!
the gold experience.
How do we get out of here and somewhere better?
Pay more money.
Well,
That is what we are working on, my dear.
yeah, I wish it was now. This place is intense.
Make me perception checks, all of you.
This is a flat roll, so I'm not going to trust the internet. I'm going to get out an actual die.
Splat banged out a 20.
Nice.
17.
Nice.
16.
Awesome, all of you. Splat notices first, but I think all of you kind of clock this. So you're heading through the crowds. You can see like there are like animatronic like little like bands that are playing on some of the corners, like adding to the cacophony of the noise. You catch like there are really like good smells being pumped into here too, of like baked goods and all sorts of like again just like
They're on
smells
that
wonderful.
Disney shit.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, you see, like, you do pass a place that's like not there isn't that there isn't that much of a line coming out of it. Or it looks short. It's like one of these cantinas for food, but inside it's just like a big cafeteria, and it's like the lowest quality food that
Are
you've
they
ever
playing jizz
seen.
music?
Yeah, they're playing some jizz music, some classic jizz.
There you go. We did a Star Wars, everyone.
Except they don't call it jizz anymore. They call it like something that's kind of like jizz. They renamed it something that sounds like jizz. I think it's like spunk or
Yeah,
something like that.
That's. I don't think it's that.
That got worse.
Yeah, because they're cowards.
They are cowards.
Oh, a Star Wars. We did a Star Wars.
It's Jats music now.
Jats
JATZ.
Yeah.
Actually, it's Jats now.
But you see, like, and there are like mascots that are coming through too for like different like attractions and stuff here. This isn't like a like an IDIS facility, so you do see some like IDIS branded mascots in here, like mixed among the crowd as well. A lot of them are not a thing that like we modern audience would see, like shows, extremely popular shows in the 50 something century. You do see lines for like this seems to be like the longest line. You can see it looks to be about an 18-hour wait for photos with like the Mickey Mouse crew. It leads into this like this facility doesn't look appealing. It just is like it's like Mickey and gang, but it is like locked down, like completely like shuttered, like security guards outside. You see somebody kind of like jostling in line for a moment when the security androids comes up, but he like rips them out of line, begins to like drag them to one of the security facilities.
Resort jail.
Yeah, which in Joy Station is just actual jail.
Maybe once we get our payout, I'll take you somewhere a little nicer.
With those perception checks, though, so Splat, you notice this first, and Shiiro and Nerin not too far after. You see there are these like, again, big cartoonish street corners, buildings, and everything, kind of classic like Disney stuff. You see like in kind of between two of the buildings, you see that there is a small family of three, like mom, dad, child. They're all wearing their like fanny packs. Dad's got sunscreen on, even though again there's like no UV light here. And they are like standing in an alleyway talking with somebody, kind of like they look suspicious immediately. And you see they're talking to a young woman that's probably about maybe in like her late 20s. She has like spiked green hair, a hoodie jacket on with some like buttons and like lots of like little like decorations on the jacket. She's kind of like, they're talking to her for a minute. You see they like hit a button on their data pad. She does something on her own, like very high-tech looking data pad. You see the kind of lights up. He gives like a big smile and says, "Honey, we're going upstairs." And the kid like looks super excited, and the mom looks extremely relieved, and the three of them begin heading off. Like they leave the alleyway. They kind of clock you for a second, and you see like Mina looks like extremely worried, like grabs his family and begins to like usher them
I just
towards
look
the
away
grab lifts.
immediately, like, whoa.
Nerin winks.
They head off towards one of the lifts immediately. You see as they attend as a cross. They head past one of the alleyways. You see one of the androids immediately lights up and says, "Oh, for our Ultra Gold Experience members, please take the next lift." And like gestures down to a lift down the way.
Well, should we see what's on offer?
Looks back at the 18-hour line behind them. Absolutely.
I think Shiro puts an arm around each one of them. Well, come on, honey.
Oh no.
You
Only the best for our little
don't.
you.
Thanks.
The three you grab your family,
This is our
begin to head.
family now.
Do you take? So you head to the alleyway towards the person these people
Oh,
just left.
totally.
You begin to head down the alley. Immediately, like, oh, the sound is damp and it's like nice and kind of calm here. It clearly isn't a place that people are meant to like go between. And as you duck in, you see this young woman was like hitting some things on her data pad, and she kind of looks up. I mean, it looks like a little nervous, and then she like begins to walk down the alley in the other direction, away from you.
How much?
She kind of stops and turns back. She says, "I'm not sure what you mean. And oh, this isn't the way to the bathroom. I don't know where I'm going." And she tries to like then head like past you out into the main area.
I want to use a psychic power on them.
Oh, sure.
I would like to use Affect Mind.
Choose a target within range. That's up to 30 feet. They make a wisdom savings throw. If they fail, I have advantage on all charisma checks directed at that target. If they succeed, they do not realize that I attempted to affect them. But they do become immune to it for a day. So, but like,
Okay,
I
so
pop this off, and even if they succeed, we're still.
What's
so
the
good.
saving? What's the saving?
Savings throw is wisdom. And I lied to you last session about what my I did the bad maths. My savings throw is a 15.
Okay. Well, that's a 2 on the die. So she does not have a plus 13 to this. She fails. And so she kind of stopped. You said so if on a failed save, you get advantage on charisma checks.
Yes.
So it's kind of like a friends sort of spell. Yep. Okay. So she kind of calms down. You can see like immediately kind of the tension fades a bit from her, and she looks up at you. She says,
We've traveled so long, and we my mom and dad, they've been saving up for so long to get us out here. We just really please, and just kind of like looks around innocently and like looks at the parents for assistance. Really, I don't need it.
go ahead and make I'd say a deception check with advantage.
Excellent. I'm also gonna hit myself with the what you call it, the critical analysis.
Okay.
So just in case I bugger it, I can add a 3 to it.
Okay. Gotcha.
What do you guys think? Should I leave it at a 15 or should I bump it up to an 18? If I
Bump
do
it.
that, I can't
Yeah,
bump it. Okay.
18 feels strong,
Yeah, I think so too.
and
Okay,
this feels
let's do that.
important.
It feels like
All
something
right.
we need to be doing.
I'm
I don't know why.
I'm gonna roll her insight. She still gets an insight. You just had the advantage on it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna take a screenshot of this, just real quick.
Oh
It's
no.
either real bad.
She looks at the three of you, kind of glances over. Like you can see, like calm down enough with your influence to not immediately bolt, and right. You're looking for the an upgrade. And your names are?
I think you're gonna have to answer the question of how much first.
Well, I normally charge my clients who I don't normally take off the street. I'd prefer if you'd reached out through. Anyway,
Guess you shouldn't be doing your business so visibly in an alley.
who's in an alley? Who looks down alleys in Joy Station? Anyway,
We do, sweetheart.
half cost. So, if you want the ultra gold experience, it'll run you $250.
I think it'll run us 100, considering we've seen your face and know where you're doing your business.
Right. And you seem to be here for incredibly legitimate means yourselves.
Yeah.
You're not buying this whole family act for a second.
You don't have to.
Yeah, I think when you guys say that, Splat is going to turn into them and just stand behind Shiiro and kind of cross their arms.
She immediately kind of like steps back at that and clearly got off guard. You suddenly kind of shifting into her. She's, oh no, whoa. Okay, I'm not trying to make this hostile. You just kind of came at me out of nowhere. I'm making sure you aren't security or something. You don't look like security, so
We really just want to have a good time here.
And
how good of a time?
the best time anybody can afford. And we would love for you to keep doing your business unaccosted.
All right, let's step back into my office and have a proper chat about all of this.
You have an office. Why are you doing it?
Lead the way.
Oh,
It's in the alley. I just don't want to be like right here since you clearly already saw me. And she leads back, kind of ducking around the corner away from sight. You can see here there's like a backpack that she's clearly put, like that's just like sitting on the edge of the alley. You can see some like gizmos and stuff in there.
Listen, act sus, get treated like you're sus. I don't know what you expected.
There's like a styrofoam cup with like some like a half drink soda in it too. Like she's clearly just been like working out of this alley all day. She as you turn out of sight, she turns back to face the three of you and says, all right, first things first, my name is Zephyr. It's nice to meet the three of you, whatever your names are.
Shiiro.
L9.
I'm Nerin, darling.
All right. Nice to meet you. Proper introductions now. So, you're looking to upgrade to a better package. All right. Fine. Happens all the time. I understand you don't like my price. I do have to make a living doing this. So, let's negotiate. I'm asking why you're here because you don't seem like my typical clientele. Normally, it's vacation types. I get a dad who's strapped out on for cash and decides to come through, wants to show his family a good time, that sort of thing. Clearly, that's not what's going on here. If you're types looking for exclusive access, I can only assume that you've got business of your own here on station. I'm saying I can help with that.
Okay.
Ooh, I'm going to whisper, psychically whisper to Nerin and Shiiro and say, I can, or we can read their surface thoughts, but if I do that, I won't be able to do it again until after I rest.
Can we respond to this message?
Yeah.
I'd wait. It's 3 against 1 in a back alley. If it goes bad, we can take her.
You're
Nerin
just
says,
standing there staring at me. Feel like I'm out of the loop with something.
no, sorry, I was just doing some mental calculations. So
Are you some sort of
you,
hive mind? Is that what's going on here?
no, no, not at all. Um, so you're offering not only an upgrade, but access. What does that mean?
Well,
Lay it out for me.
the security protocols that they have here for the experiences they put them are rather easy to get around. If you know what you're doing, I can take your basic shit gold experience and I can bump you up. Either
All the way up?
oh, all the way up.
And does
No
that only get us
lines?
access to the public areas? Or can you do something about that too?
I would take it that this would be your first time indulging in the finery of Joy Station. Top tier package gets you access to everything, sweetheart.
Okay, we can't both do the sweetheart thing.
Well, I don't know you. I was doing it first, so
No, I
you
did
just
it
didn't-
first. I called you.
All right,
You
one
don't
of you
have
say
to
sweetheart,
say-
one of you say something else.
Anyway,
Rock, paper, scissors.
how much?
Well, typically I charge my clients half the cost of what it would be for the upgrade. They get it for an extreme discount, and I cover my ass in case anyone comes knocking.
If there was something other than credits you were after, what would it be?
Well, there's one thing that I had in mind, but it'd be a pretty big risk for you. I guess it depends on what your business here is on station.
Do we look like people who are adverse to risk?
I suppose not. Well, I don't know if you know this, but there's a pretty big event happening in the next couple of days.
We're aware.
I was hoping so. Figure your type's coming in, maybe you're looking to dip a finger into the honeypot, whatever you want to call it. There's something that's going up for auction. I would like it. And I don't exactly have the money to spend on it, if you catch my drift.
Okay. You get us access. We do our business. We steal your trinket. We bring it back.
Sounds perfect. And
How
if you
big
don't,
is
you try
this?
to screw me out of it, I will have your personal information and I'll report you to the authorities.
Look,
Been there, done that.
we yeah, no. We're not in the business of screwing over people who help us out.
Good. Neither am I.
How big is this thing you want us to steal?
Oh, it's very small. Very small.
Oh, that's perfect then. Stealing little things. That's easy.
So we have a deal.
Well, you have to tell us what it is first. And then, yes, absolutely. As long as you get us access, we'll get it for you.
All right. In exchange for 3 Stellar Platinum luxury experiences. Okay, so there's one thing that I want from the auction. They're doing this whole like vintage Earth stuff. So I learned through some emails that I hacked into. They are auctioning off a vintage, one of a kind Earth Prime goofy keychain. I need it. I need it very badly. It kind of would fit the whole aesthetic I got here. You see, it's just like got tons of like
scream.
Disney
I'm gonna start
paraphernalia
screaming into
on
the
it.
microphone.
Did we just meet like a Disney person?
Oh yeah, she's the biggest. I mean, just like taking a second to like taking her whole thing. She's got like
This is that
also-
side quest in Fallout 4 in the DLC where they want you to get all the fucking Nuka merch.
Yeah, she's got clearly like all again, not like the stuff you'd buy in like the shops here. Like everything is like first edition or like limited edition, like one-time run, like
I'm in
memorial
pain.
pins, patches, keychains, all sorts
Deal.
of stuff.
Deal.
You've got yourself a deal, love.
Deal.
Perfect. All right. Okay, I'll get you access right now. She begins to work on a day. She says, "Oh, do you want under the names you currently have your credentials under, or anything else?"
Oh, we haven't done aliases in a while.
Oh, we haven't done aliases in a long time. I'm Ruby Rod.
God damn it.
Fuck, then I gotta be Lilu Dallas, baby.
Oh,
Lilu Dallas, multi-pass.
but deep end.
I'm gonna do something unrelated.
All right, Ruby Rod, no Dallas. Check. You see, ba-ting, da-ting. Your stellar platinum pass luxury experience passes come onto your data pads.
Shiro, what's your alias?
Keith Cogain.
I'm sorry, what?
Keith Cogain.
Keith Cogain. Okay.
Like a Kurt Cobain or
No, that's a real character from a show I like.
And ting comes up with your new alias too. It says, "All right, there you go. 3 stellar platinum holders here. Good luck. Enjoy the upper levels. I will be around here when you're done."
We'll see you soon.
And she like does like an excited little dance as she picks up her backpack and slings it over her shoulder.
Just a plethora of Disney keychains, like in a huge mound on every zipper.
Yeah, you see as she pulls over, it's like the backpack is like half keychains. It's like sagging like a middle schooler's back.
oh
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh.
can you hear us?
Hey,
Yeah.
welcome back.
Gross.
Yeah, we froze for a second. I could still hear y'all, and y'all were still acting normally. That was the funniest thing. Yeah, I just got the internet connection unstable. Lovely. But yeah, the sheer weight of the keychain is just like weighing down her backpack. She skips off. Immediately, you see like she brings up on like comms. You begin to hear her having like a conversation over her data pad. Says like, "You're never gonna guess who's gonna get their hands on the new keychain going up for auction," and begins going down the alleyway with clearly very excited about this.
Do you see?
Splat turns into Goofy for a second and says, "She needs to grow up."
I'll let her have her fun. Being
Everyone
an adult
has
is
their thing.
stressful. And see, that's why we don't just murder immediately.
Elevator?
Ooh.
Let's do it.
Make our way to the nearest lift.
You head to the lift. One of the androids near the lift immediately ting. "Ah, welcome to our stellar platinum luxury experience holders. Please, the next lift is on your right. Head up to the top level and enjoy your day."
Thank you.
As Lilu multipass begins to
I do
mimic.
sort of like throw a arm around the two of them, but this time it's like, yeah, we did it.
You enter the lift and something vroom, it passes up. You see it goes past the next level where you can see just scatterings of people milling about, enjoying their days in lush like in gardens, and then vroom, up to the highest level. As you emerge, you see this. It's a much smaller kind of platform here, still with some like big like mega structures too. But you see just a handful of people, maybe like somewhere around like 100 people scattered throughout this district that you can see up front that like aren't in some of these experiences. There are large, like almost like condominiums and some like residential area up here too. It's like big, like sprawling gardens with white marble benches and fountains spilling out like gold colored water out onto like the lawns here. This just this like and like light music playing through the air, just like ambient coming out of seemingly nowhere. With yeah, people. You see some families all like dressed very nicely, walking through these gardens. Some of them
So we stick out.
yeah, you definitely stick out as you come up here, as you enter one of the androids at the top here. This one like identical, but it seems like dressed much nicer, and says, "Please enjoy your day." As you exit the lift. Some of the people like looking over and giving you like strange looks, like how are these
Vintage
people?
Earth fashion is the height of fashion this year.
Are y'all wearing vintage Earth fashion right now?
I'm wearing a sort of Han Solo thing, which I feel like counts.
Uh, that's true. You probably are closer than you think. But you see other people up here wearing vintage Earth fashion as well. You see
we go.
one man in like that's walking with his family wearing like a very like Mad Men like tailored suit, like pinstripe suit, next to a like walking a woman who's wearing like a full Victorian dress. You see somebody else who's just walking around in a full like astronaut suit. Walking and having a conversation with another man that's just like in full like chainmail. You can see vintage Earth fashion seems to cover a much larger historical time period.
Is there somebody
Than
tromping around in like a suit of plate armor?
yeah, yeah. Like player, you see someone dressed like a troubadour. Somebody else who's like wearing like medieval like peasants garbs. Somebody else who's just wearing like Jinko jeans and a t-shirt that's got like a Van Halen logo on it. Like all sorts of just like weird and then people that are wearing like hodgepodges of different things, like breastplate up top, parachute
Jinko
pants on
jeans
the
on
bottom. Yeah. It's quite a look up here.
Okay. Let's pick a decade, I guess.
I need to find somewhere to have a dress made. Because nothing I own fits vintage Earth fashion.
Oh no, yeah. Let's So what are we thinking? Like
I have an idea. I did some research, and there was this movie on Earth called Atonement,
okay.
and the actress had this dress on in green, but I want it in red.
Okay.
It's like very like World War II, 1940s long dress.
Can you imagine living in a time where there were only two of them?
I know.
I think I'm gonna do leather.
Oh. Like biker leather?
I think so. Did you see those old ass photos I sent you? It's called Grease.
Yes. Like the leather jacket, the white t-shirt, the slick back
And denim, can you
vibe,
imagine?
and the yes. It's a good look.
Yeah, the denim plants went extinct centuries ago. They no
Now they have
longer
synthetic
can-
denim.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait, I changed my mind. I'm not gonna do John Travolta from Grease. I'm gonna do Sandy.
Sandy at the
Love-
end or
Yeah,
Sandy
no,
at the
at the
beginning?
end,
Okay,
at the
okay,
end.
okay, okay. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So,
Tell me.
like,
I'm gonna
tight-
do. Tell me
Tight
about
leather
it, stud.
pants,
Tell me about it, stud.
high heels.
Yeah.
Love it.
Big
You
hair. He's
had-
got the tentacles for it. Sort of like a big. Does like a big pompadour, but with like the tentacles tied back. Cigarette.
Good luck.
You like, as you're heading through this district, you see, like, there are some like shops and stuff here, and you do see a like a clothing retailer, like a that on one of the corners. Again, not nearly as many of like the androids up here, like very scattered about, not like yelling at you at every street corner. You come across a shop that is Forward Fashion. It's FOURWORD fashion. You can see like out front, like on displays, you see a lot of like the vintage Earth fashion on like holographic like mannequins that are on display, like moving like different like blue steel poses. Wearing also, and then like it flickers between, like, again, one of them is wearing the astronaut outfit, then they're wearing the like greaser outfit, and then they're like going like cycling between different fashions. You head in the shop into a quiet little atmosphere here. There are no like racks or anything, like no clothing on display. It's just like a pure white room, like the Matrix, with a single like kiosk in the center, and there is a like an AI or a digital display there. No like attendants that you can see in the store, but you go up to it, and the display essentially has like inputs for 4 words that you can give them for your to make your fashion selection.
Well, cool. I can use the 4 words that I used in Google.
It's
Keira Knightley
essentially
atonement dress.
you put those words in.
It's
and
Google. Got it.
it's Google for clothes. And suddenly, as you put that in, there's like a vroom through the room, and you see hologram, like those same like holo projection mannequins begin to walk out, like a small army of them walks out from the side of the room, each wearing like a different version of like what you might have been asking for, and they all kind of walk forward and they stand there and begin to do poses. All of them Keira Knightley, wearing like different versions of the same dress, and you can just go through and pick out the one that you like.
Perfect. I want it in red.
80s punk rock.
Only 3 words.
It waits until you give the 4th word.
Fuck.
the mannequins, as Nerin picks out hers, it like lights up, all the other mannequins disappear, and you see the hollow projection like walks off towards the back and kind of disappears into the wall. You hear this like some sort of noise behind the wall, opens, and on a like actual mannequin, you see the your dress is now presented in front of you. Again, no like cost or charge or anything. That's like, there's no mention of price anywhere in this. You just can take the dress and leave.
I mean, they're under the assumption we're paying 15,000 space dollars a day to be here, so.
Exactly. Yeah. All the experiences are part of the package.
Might have to be making more outfits while we're here. We just spend the next 6 hours while our ship is gone in this place getting close.
So what was yours again, Sita?
80s punk rock.
Fuck.
Fuck.
You see like this one isn't like as clear cut because it's more of like a general like you see people of different like again they're all about your size so all like shorter like teen kind of size and you can see but like very side like masculine, feminine, androgynous, some
Oh
wearing.
no, hold on. I'd like to take that back or start over.
Well, so you do that, and they all come out, and as all the mannequins come forward, they all stop, and all in unison go, "Fuck!"
Okay, we won't be doing that again.
Shiro is laughing so hard.
I think
Splat came like
We're
a
like
full
losing
6
it, like
inches off the
crying,
ground
Just
from
like
that.
laughing.
losing it.
But you go back to the kiosk and decide and type in something different.
Same thing, but I want the last word to be reversible. I forgot about this. I had that thought earlier. If the
80s
clothes are like
reversible.
reversible, then if we need to make like a quick change type of thing, I just
Okay, all the mannequins, the holograms disappear. Once again, vroom, they all appear again. Watch it again. Variety of clothes, different colors, designs, textures, like fabrics. All walking forward, different like body types. They all walk forward. They stop. They don't say anything this time. They just start. They just begin to do their poses as you walk around to like pick one out. So you can pick out one that speaks to you, whatever. And again, it's very much like Google Images. You get a whole bunch of different things, and you just got to choose the one that you like the best.
This one I'm going for keeping the chunky boots, but I want to go for some red plaid pants and a big dark leather jacket with lots of studs and pins. On the reversible side of that jacket, it's like denim, and maybe the pants are like a different color or something. And like some sort of old band T-shirt that I don't know.
Perfect. You choose the one that you like. The others disappear. Goes to the back wall. Something here, and then that opens up, and your clothes are given to you. Shiro, you're last.
Pompadour, skin tight, leather, cleavage.
You put in those words. It takes a second.
I'm
then
assuming
something-
they have like hair accessories and stuff.
Yeah, it renders, and you see again variety of body types: masculine, feminine, androgynous. Some with like like big busty. Some like others that are just like pure, just like masculine cut with like just whole chest shown. They basically a V. It's like so deep a V. It's basically a vest.
Exactly what I'm looking for.
Different types of leather jackets, all sorts of options there. All of them with beautiful, stylish,
Yes.
high pompadours.
Yes. All right, I'm going high pompadour with the tentacles like pulled back in the back into a ponytail. Leather jacket, no shirt, leather pants, big leather boots.
You select the one you want. The rest disappear. It goes to the back. You hear
It's
there's
mask. It is mask. Sandy from the end of Grease. That's all it is.
Yeah. And then comes out. You see display clothing on display in front of you, and then mannequin wearing a big pompadour, just a beautiful pompadour wig, already styled for you.
The leather is leaving nothing to the imagination.
You take your clothes, and
There are some outlines.
and you all are able to walk out. You can see as you all take your clothes and stuff. Changing rooms do open if you want to go ahead and put it on, or you can just leave.
Well, that's
and as-
gala outfit, okay?
Yeah,
Like,
no, we're just taking them.
Yeah.
yeah.
We're modeling them.
But
Yeah.
we could spend more time here getting more outfits if this thing isn't going to charge us.
You do a whole shopping.
Oh, do we want
montage.
some walking around outfits too?
Yeah, I want to walk around in Cher's yellow outfit from Clueless.
Yeah.
If I'm going to walk around in something, I want to walk around as Cher, okay?
You you do a couple more fashion montages, different celebrities
High
popping
white
up wearing
socks.
different
Like-
different
Cruella
outfits.
DeVille coat.
Yeah, so we leave the store. As you leave, more displays come up, or more like little kiosks come up with like packaging options as well, that like will put your clothes into bags and stuff. And then it also has an option to like a zero, like no cost obviously, transport fee, where you just put in your docking bay number and it'll transport it to your ship. Your ship is not currently there right now, but you imagine it probably would still get there at some point. So you could do that if you didn't want to walk around with a bunch of bags. But we walk out with all of you with your clothes that you bought, dressed as in your just a wild Earth clothing.
Wait,
Every era.
I know we're coming up on M, but just like real quick, who are we dressed as to walk around until gala time?
I'm wearing the Cruella de Vil coat.
I do
Just,
love that.
I imagine it's just like dragging the ground behind you as you're wearing this like massive fur coat.
Oh yeah,
It's
I
like
love that too. Like the sleeves are
swallowing.
too long too.
Yeah, like it was purposely made that way. Like they probably one came through that was like the right size, and you chose the
Yeah.
one that was like too big. Yes, lovely.
I feel like I want to walk around, and I've changed my mind. I want the yellow outfit from Clueless, but I also want Cher's red dress from the Valley Party. So that I could just quote it in my head with like the furry, like over thing with like the fur, like or feathers. Is it feathers? It looks feathery.
Yeah.
The little like feathery thing that goes over it. So it's just like a red dress with feathers and like red heels. Just very 90s.
So in heels, towering next to next to Splat, Nerin comes out, also dressed to the nines. Shiro.
What did Shiro choose?
I'm wearing the yellow tracksuit from Kill Bill.
Just bright yellow tracksuit steps out of the store. I imagine also all of you are wearing sunglasses.
Yeah.
At this point too, you step out with all of your apparel. You can see like some of the people. The astronaut walks by, just off like gives a nod, and
We all nod in
continues
unison.
walking. And you head out to enjoy your experiences.
If that's
and
not bonding, I don't know what is.
You just did
I
like a
didn't-
6-hour shopping trip at this place.
I wasn't expecting this to turn into a fashion montage, but here we are.
You gave us the
I-
option.
Yeah,
seems
and
like
I have
a
a feeling
lie.
with the three of us that might happen more than once. You might need to be careful when giving.
No,
us
yeah, I do
choices
need to be
for clothes.
careful with it from now on. Insert fashion when necessary. Yeah. As soon as y'all were coming up here, I was like, oh god, they're gonna do shopping. I just have to make something up. And this store is now. I'm patenting this because
Yeah,
this
it's
has
incredible. When the AI takes over.
to.
I had a lot of
alrighty, y'all.
ideas, but the yellow
Oh,
Kill
It's
Bill
so
suit
good.
really
Kill
stuck
Bill
in my
suit.
brain.
Works very well. All right. Well, that is we're gonna end our session for tonight, y'all. So thanks everyone out there for watching. Y'all want to go around to stars and wishes?
Sure.
I can go.
Go for it.
My star goes to Splat for giving Shiro shit immediately when he walked in.
I didn't even
I
do
expected it to happen.
anything.
I know. I
Dude,
expected
it
it
was
to wait a little
hard,
bit.
too. I
but
wasn't
it was
ready
like
for it yet. I was
immediate.
tired. I was like, ah.
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
wasn't
do
even
anything.
ready for it to happen.
You weren't
The
there.
The tiredness probably helped with it because
It was really funny. I expected Shiro to get some shade like eventually, but I
Yeah.
did not expect Shiro to get shade immediately upon
Immediately.
walking into the room.
Well, and then
that
the
just
consequence
whacked me
was for
out.
the rest of the episode, Shiro decided to act like your dad.
Yeah.
You made Shiro dad.
Yeah.
At Disney, you
It
made
isn't the
Shiro dad at Disney.
consequences of your own actions.
It was so funny,
Story
and it
of my
cracked me
life.
up.
See, that's my real life.
And then my wish is I want to. I mean, like this game just cracks me up in general, and I was gonna wish for a shopping montage if we didn't get one before we ended the session. So now my wish is I want to have the opportunity to steal something else fun from this place if we get a little I want some fun items that we might be like at this auction. I want some fun items. We might be very tempted to also yoink. So I'm not gonna steal a Disney keychain except for this lady. Like that's not gonna not gonna tempt us. But I want something that we were like, oh, well, we're here. Let's get our information. Let's steal the keychain and also that thing.
Yeah, it'll be interesting what you guys, if and what you decide to take, because I've got the list of things that are up for auction.
I want some of them to be tempting and fun.
They might be. It's going to probably be a range of tempting and fun to why is anyone buying this? So, perfect. Who next?
I'll go next.
Oh God. Oh no.
Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors.
Okay, I'll go because it's I'm linking off of it's very apropos that you mentioned you being dad the whole episode because I wasn't expecting it and it caught me off guard for a minute, but I really liked it and I liked kind of seeing like Shiro's concern over Nerin and everything, and it was really sweet, and I'm suddenly thinking that Shiro is a more complex character than I originally pegged him for, so that's really cool and I like it. My wish is that we get into some combat shenanigans in these outfits. I really want to have a mental picture of Shiro like somersaulting through the air in a yellow Kill Bill outfit.
That would be very fun.
I think that would be fun. Yeah. So that's me.
Perfect. Thank you, Sita. All right, man.
Yeah, my star is gonna go to Nerin, specifically for being wounded and drinking tequila in the background and just continuing to apologize about everything very politely. It was a very funny bit. I liked it very much. I just sort of like sipping. Sorry, I bled on your furniture. It's very good, and I like that. I like that like casual side of her. That's not like either numbers focused or murder focused. It's very nice. My wish, you guys, I had a wish and then Rachel stole it, and then I had a wish and then Sita stole it. So my wish is I want one day for Shiro's flirting to be taken seriously.
Noted.
One of these days.
One of them. Just one of them. I want one of them to hit.
It's probably one of those things that's like it's happened so regularly since Nerin joined the ship that
I'm gonna
she just
find the
kinda-
one.
Yeah. Eventually one will just like hit home and she's like, oh, was that serious? What?
Wait, are you flirting with me? Oh, wait, you're actually flirting with me? Oh, shit.
Uh-oh, it's gonna be one of those, isn't it?
I love it. My star goes to all of you for being awesome and also doing exactly what I'd hoped when I said vintage Earth fashion. And y'all went to what normal people would think of as vintage Earth fashion. And then I got to do the fun reveal of it being just like completely fucking wild. So that was great. Well, that's going to be it for tonight, y'all. We will be returning in 2 weeks for our next session, just enough time for us all to forget how this game works. We're going to come back to a recap of all this fashion. Y'all are going to be like, oh shit, I forgot about all that.
That is not what we're gonna forget.
No.
I forgot what crazy outfit I'm wearing.
We're gonna
We're
forget
gonna come
the
up with
plot
more crazy
before we
outfit.
forget
That's
the
fair.
fashion.
That's fair.
I should have said the pink cowboy outfit from Back to the Future 3.
Listen, you can have y'all are stocked up on
Could
crazy
also say the
like
pink cowboy outfit from Barbie.
yeah. Y'all are
Oh,
stocked
the
up
roller
on
skating
shit.
outfits.
Yeah.
We also made them
You're
make
going to be
us
looking
roller
at our
skates.
character sheets next week, and there's just going to be a long list in the inventory of different outfits.
Different
Thoughts.
outfits.
I have more
Listen,
thoughts.
y'all have
Group
carte blanche
outfits.
now.
You
to
gotta
just-
cut us off.
Y'all have carte blanche now during any session to talk about the weird shit that you're wearing. So it'll be great.
Love that for us.
All right. We are over time. Thank you, everyone out there, for watching. Like I said, we will be back in 2 weeks to continue our game. Join us in the meantime. Our next regularly scheduled live stream will be on Saturday. We're back with more Strixhaven, playing some D&D 5th Edition at 11 o'clock Eastern Time. So come hang out with us for that. Thank you to my lovely players for being amazing and a joy to run this game for. And thank you, everyone out there in the chat, for joining us. We will see you all in 2 weeks. And until next time, good game and good night, Internet.